Hey guys, welcome back to the FM22 save here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. We are starting Season 3 today, or at least continuing on from where we left off at the beginning of Season 3 last time. We've played one league game so far this season, that being a 2-2 draw against Bradford, although we were 2-0 up in that game, so hopefully we can do better moving forward. We have made a number of signings this year, as you will have seen in the last episode. We've got 1, 2, 3, 6... 7, 8 players so far in the summer, and we have sold and let go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 as well. Okay, there you go. 8 in, 8 out. Although we've certainly made a lot more than we've spent. But we are certainly hoping to have a solid season. The board, for the first time, have actually given us a proper objective, which is finish in the mid-table. Obviously, we so far have just had make sure you don't get relegated, or at least try not to get relegated, and we finished solidly mid-table, so we're okay on both of those fronts. But now, or have been okay on both of those fronts, but now we really do need to actually achieve something, or at least maintain the level we've been at, so it's going to get more difficult from here on out. We start today with a game away from home against Championship Portsmouth in the Carabao Cup first round. The board would like me to get to the second round of it, but obviously, with it being Portsmouth, they'll surely understand should we lose this fixture. They understood last year when we lost the Championship Ipswich, so you imagine it's going to be the same this year as well. We'll see if we can get a decent performance out of the team again. I'm very happy with the progress that the club has made, and again, I think that this season we are stronger than last. And that side was, again, stronger than the season before that. So, fingers crossed, we can actually have a decent third season here, and maybe push for a playoff spot, but I'd love to finish in the top half at the very least. Sean Derry, their manager, used to manage Cambridge back in the... Well, I say back in the day, it was only a few short years ago, but they have a very strong side, as you can see. Harry Arter, Lewis Wing, Ashley Barnes, John Marcus is still there, Michael Hector. It's a really good side for Portsmouth, certainly a side of championship quality, but there's no pressure on us, so we can go out and play without it, and hopefully get a result, if possible, or at least not get embarrassed. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Link in the description so you can watch these streams live. And for the moment, I'm going to pay attention to my Twitch chat and the game. From the set piece. No, Ashley Barnes. At the back post with a very narrow angle, but squeezes at home. That's frustrating. Challenged well enough for the first header, but he's just left on his own at the back post. I'm not sure who by there, and he couldn't miss. Willow on the post, not really much he can do about it. What did they pay for Ashley Barnes? He's 33 years of age. Paid 450k for him last year, actually, after he moved to Wolves in between season 1 and 2. Scored 11 goals from him in the Championship last year, and he's off the mark so far this year, Ashley Barnes. I thought he was older than that, to be honest. I genuinely thought he was older than that. Oh, there's a bit of quality that we don't have. Liam Henderson with a worldie. An absolute stormer. Brown inside to Curtis, I think it was, who then lays it for Liam Henderson. Takes a touch and just lets fly. Portsmouth will win by 2-0. A defeat then to Portsmouth in the Carabao Cup first round, but I'm sure the board will understand. I say I don't like what I just saw. I would like us to be more competitive than that, although we did have a couple of good chances, but we're out. The board, I'm sure, it will say failed, but they'll say whoever the team can understand, or the board can understand that the team had a difficult draw, which indeed we did. Away from home against the championship side is never going to be easy. Our first away game of the league season, after our first away game of the season all told against Pompey that we lost. And again, we're playing against someone that plays in blue and white, so fingers crossed, eh? Our former man, Temenishkov, we just made a 100 grand profit from him. And hopefully we can keep him quiet today, although he did nothing for me, so he'll obviously do everything against me, I imagine. I mean, we've had all the highlights so far have been at this end of the pitch. But I don't think we've actually had a shot on target yet. Now we have. Jack Lancaster gives us a 1-0 lead just before half-time. Right when we needed it. It's normally me jinxing myself the other way, but actually it works on this occasion. Oh, actually, the McLaren car launch is live on Sky Sports. I'm able to watch it right now, so I've got it above me. There you go. Lovely header by Lancaster, though. We lead away from home at Spotdale. Good. Delivers. Zane Westbrook equalises. And we are not level anymore. Murphy Kipps with a brand new Prime Gaming sub. Thank you, mate. Welcome to the gang. I'm happy with how we've played so far. We have been the better team. Yeah, I've got the McLaren car reveal live on Sky Sports F1 above me. That's a lovely run by Scanlon, and he's in. It's a worldie of a finish as well. Jordan Scanlon puts Rochdale ahead with, as it said at the bottom, a 20-yard blockbuster. Nice ball into the path. Smith has Nibs. Nibs should bury and doesn't. It's an excellent save by Coleman. Oh, we've got to be tucking those away. We really have to be tucking those away. We did feel like we were probably going to be stuck in the mid-table in League One for a few seasons. No real momentum behind us from the beginning of the save. It's still very early doors, obviously. Well, I'm disappointed with the way that that ran out. Oh, twisted ankle. Willow's out for a few weeks. We might get to the point where we need to be brutal with the real-life Cambridge players in the fact that we might need to replace them. Players like Shiloh Tracy are good, but they're not the sort of players that are going to take us up a level. And that's where we need to go, is up a level. We're in a tough spot at the minute, where we run the risk of kind of becoming that side that just constantly finish mid-table every season. Donny are a side we should be beating. And absolutely, I expect to win today. 100% I expect to win today. And I'm going to go attacking for it right from the off as well. I want to win. And I want a good performance to go with it. And I want us to fly up the table, please. And I'll stick with him for now. Barlow's in. I think he was offside, but I'm not entirely too sure. Hopefully the flag goes up. It doesn't. It will be a goal for Doncaster Rovers. We are 1-0 down here 4 minutes before half-time. And this is not the start to the season that we were after this year. Or even close to it. This would drop us into the relegation zone. Thank you for the follow, Jens. Go on, Harvey. Thank you, Harvey. Annoyingly, I just berated them. We are level. The glasses of destiny have worked on this occasion. It's a game that last year we would have absolutely stormed. Disappointed with that. I really am. We're not playing well enough at the minute. We're intrigued to know what our previous encounters, past meetings against Donny have been. 1-2-1, 1-3-1, drawn 0-0, drawn 1-1. Transfer deadline day is around the corner. Now Digby's injured with it. Fucking hell. Tyler Smith does look like he'd be good. It might be time for a different Smith up top. Alright, we've now... Oh, Peterborough, fuck off! Peterborough trying to nab my man! I bet they will as well. No, they won't! Lewis Thompson's rejected Peterborough and has accepted mine, and Tyler Smith will accept as well. 2 really solid new signings. Lewis Thompson, 28-year-old midfielder that will go straight into the first team. And Tyler Smith. We've now got 4 really good strikers at the club. With Ellis... Oh, I need to register them. With Ellis Harrison, Tyler Smith, Sam Smith, who's transfer listed now, and Harvey Nibs. We have 4 very good strikers at the club. Oxford with Adam Randall, who was at Plymouth. Didn't look that good, but has earned himself a move on a free to Oxford. They've got Luke Garber at left back, the former Everton youngster. Matty Taylor on the bench. I'd like to get some revenge on Oxford if we can. I'd just like to get some points on the board if we can. No. Oh. This is a poor start to the season. This is the worst start to the season we've had so far. The lack of goals is concerning. We scored quite well season 1. Season 2, we were we were less effective in front of goal, but still scored enough. Nathan Baker's been really poor. I'm particularly disappointed with him. There's not really much more in it other than he's just been poor. Maybe rather than... Oh, 2 goals conceded from set pieces. Maybe rather than having Nathan Baker as the experienced man in the starting squad, he's perhaps the experience we bring off the bench. And just have the experience in the dressing room rather than actually starting every week. It feels like the better the squad gets individually, as a group, they're not there. We're actually bottom of the table at the minute after 4 games. Bottom of the table. Crystal Palace under 23s then in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. And I'd really like a positive performance here. We are at home. I don't know whether we're favourites or not. I didn't check the odds actually, but this is the first game in the tournament. We went on a nice little cup run in last year and earned us some decent money. And I'd certainly like to earn some money in cup competitions again this year to keep our funds ticking over, particularly the FA Cup, really. You want that big money-making, large team. We got that season 1 against Fulham, but it didn't actually make that much money. It's a lovely ball to Sam Smith, who slots it perfectly. That is more like it. Cambridge 1. Inside 2 minutes, Crystal Palace under 23s 0. That's better. That's much better. Nibs to Davenport. First time ball as well. Where was that in the league? We're not close to getting fired, no. Oh! Foot through it, sunshine. Jacob Davenport is having a real game. Lewis Thompson's come in with a reputation and with quality, and Jacob Davenport is saying, no, no, no. I'm the starting holding mid, thank you. But we're certainly... Go on, Sam. Chase it, chase it, chase it. Oh, that's poor from them. That's just miscommunication at the back. Miscommunication at the back, and we've profited from it within 2 minutes again. Sam Smith scored inside 2 minutes of the first half. Sam Smith scores inside 2 minutes of the second half. And in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, we are 3-0 up against Crystal Palace under 23s. And this might kickstart our season, I hope. Wait for the through ball. Here it is. And the finish. Not without its goals to be conceded. Thank you for... thanks for following, Mamalan. Welcome to the channel, mate. That's a lovely ball by Casey Palmer. Smith onside and buries it. That's another one. Oh no, it's disallowed. Disallowed. Well, we could have had a fourth. Sam Smith could have had a hat-trick, but I mean that was very, very pleasing and very, very welcome and necessary. And quite frankly, I just need to say, pick up where you left off. Jack Hannick in goal for Lincoln. Tom Hopper and Afolayan up top. Nathan Thomas on the bench. Hakiba Delican on the bench. Say, carry on from your last performance, absolutely. Play as well here as you did against Crystal Palace. And we should pick up at least a point to hopefully take us... Well, actually, as it stands, a point won't take us off the bottom of the table. But put it this way, I'm still not worried about relegation. Even though 5 games in, or 4 played and a little bit, we are rock bottom. I am concerned about the amount of goals we're conceding from corners, though. That seems to be a real problem. Oh, Digger. He's lunged in there and he's nowhere near the ball. Not even close to it. Yeah, morale is important. I was hoping on the back of that Crystal Palace game, everyone's a bit G'd up. And I went with the same team to try and keep the momentum going. But it's, well, rather evidently not worked. That's a lovely through ball, and it's an excellent finish. Lincoln carving us apart at the minute. Time to have a team meeting, I think. At this early stage of the season, all it takes is a couple of back-to-back results and you fly up the table. But we've played Oxford, who are 3rd, Lincoln, who are 5th, Rochdale, who are 8th. The majority of the teams we've played so far this season have been ones that are in good form or playing good football. Fans are criticising my tactics now, are they? Well, we're trying to tinker with it a little bit. Are your players concerned? No. Wigan are flying near the top of the table. They got Van Kootening defence, who we looked at previously. Derek at right back, who we looked at previously. Izzy Brown is very capable. Jordan Jones is very quick and dangerous. And we're all sick and tired of these bad results, so go out there and start changing it is what we'll say. Whether we'll be able to do anything about that remains to be seen. But certainly there's the opportunity to pick up points at home. Or pointer, singular, at home. If we play as well as the squad's ability on paper says, then we will comfortably finish mid-table this season. Once this first poor run of results is out the way and we've had a couple of back-to-backs, then we'll turn it around. That's a nice ball. Oh, it's an excellent goal is what it is. Sam Smith with the assist, and he and Nibs link up again. They might not score prolific amounts individually, but as a partnership, they are still capable of doing the business in this division. The issue is that they're not good enough, even as a partnership together, to fire us out of this league and into the championship. We will at some point need to replace them both. It's just... it's being able to know who to replace them with and when. We've tried to bring in a couple of other quality strikers that as of yet haven't had much first team football and as of yet haven't performed when they've been given it, but we shall wait and see how things progress throughout the course of the season. It's a poor ball, really. It's not the best of clearances either. Lancaster wins the header well. That's excellent football. Please, Sam. There's a second! There's a second! That's better! That's much better! 2-0 at home. Against the side that are flying. We can compete. We are good enough. It's only one game. And we were 2-0 up at home in another game earlier this season. The first game of the season against Bradford, and we still drew that. So we won't get too carried away, and rather evidently, Dimi Mitov is having a hell of a game too, with an 8.1, although that does include a penalty save. Blake Tracy's on a 6.4, but he was the one that gave away the penalty, so that's kind of misleading slightly with his rating there. We've got players that are quick-ish, like Nibs is like 12s. Tyler Smith is 13s and 14s. Ellis Harrison is 13s and 14s, but they're not like 16s, 17s, where they're genuinely some of the fastest players we have. That's going to be then going down to 10 men there. Derek was going to get a second yellow, and they're going to be really struggling now. That is a most pleasing victory, and the performance to go with it as well. That if the penalty goes in at the beginning of the game, then perhaps it's a completely different fixture. But the penalty didn't go in at the beginning of the game. Dimi made the save, and from there, we were able to get a bit of control on the game. I'm very happy with that. Coventry having a poor start to the season by their standards. Adam Lewis at left back is a player we've shown previous interest in. Jabello as well. But certainly, well, last time I said carry a performance into this next match, we actually didn't. I think it's time we shut a few people up. Prove that we are good enough to compete at this level, and actually that this club is, in the playing stuff at least, moving forward. First highlight in the 65th minute with Coventry in possession has me slightly concerned. They're going to go 1-0 up as well. Sammy Schmodix sneaks in at the back post. Poor defensive positioning, poor defensive awareness, and we've conceded again. How many goals this year have gone in because people haven't tracked or picked up their runners? Challenge, Casey. Oh, it's just poor, though. Why put in an exceptional sliding challenge like that to then just quite simply just gift them possession back? Oh, you are having a bubble. Meep. Got one back. It's not going to be enough, though. It's not going to be enough. It's well worked from the set piece. Danny Rowe, Masterson flicks it on. Sam Smith nods it back into the danger area, and Blake Tracy just had 3/4 of the goal to aim at. I mean, it's a decent run. Oh, it's an own goal! Blake Tracy forces the issue. Michael Rose turns it into the back of his own net, and we have pulled it back level with 2 goals in as many minutes. The ball in was hit fiercely and driven across the face of goal, and Smith was at the back post waiting to try and tap home. Tyler Smith, that is, not Sam. And in the 82nd and 83rd minute, we might just have rescued a point. And a point is no less than we deserve from this game. But we should have won it. We will have to take the point. Still though, 23rd in the league is not great. Not great at all. Ay, ay, ay. That will bring us to a close for today, gents. With the game against Peterborough away in a few days' time, I think we need to have a bit of build-up to that, and we can't really take that on with the way that we've been playing today. I think we need to come back fresh. A frustrating start to the season. A very frustrating start to the season. 17th place Peterborough, 4th place Blackpool, bottom place Walsall, 1st Sheffield Wednesday, 18th Forest Green, 8th Plymouth. We're like flipping from top of the table to bottom of the table side. Or with regards to the opponents. Peterborough haven't had a great start to the season, so maybe there's an opportunity to get something there. For the YouTube video, that will bring us to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Follow me on Twitch. Okay, bye!